What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Last Wraps baseball video. Today, we're going to the land of the rising sun to talk Japanese baseball. And specifically, we're going to talk today about the 2018 Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, who won the Japan series 4-1 over the Hiroshima Toyo Carp. So before we get into looking at some of the stars, I wanted to take a look at some of the Japanese baseball cards just as they are. And this is from a set called EPOCH. And for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with Japanese baseball cards, EPOCH is a company that produces board games. And they, ironically, when I was staying in Japan the last couple of years, in Tokyo, their head office was literally right across the street from where I was staying. But as you can see on the back of the cards, has the year and has, of course, the different specs on the player, and of course, I can pretty much figure out which one's innings pitched. But as far as the rest of the stuff is concerned, I need a lot of help in reading the back of the card. But this one here is of Kenichi Nakata. And then, of course, the always popular now Higashima, another pitcher. And then, of course, we've got Sho Iwasaki. And you can see the card light has a little bit of sparkle to it, depending upon the light and how you hold it into the light. The first two players I'm going to briefly talk about, we've got Kudai Senga and Shuta Ishikawa. Both these pitchers, right-handers, were the league tied for the team lead in wins for Fukuoka in 2018. And both of these fellows did not have what I would call major impact in the 2018 Japan series, but both were very productive during the regular season. For the North American fan, some people may remember Dennis Serfaty, who was with the Baltimore Orioles and Houston Astro organization at the big league level, as well as the Milwaukee Brewers. He last appeared in the big leagues in 2009, and of course he took his act overseas in 2011, pitched for Hiroshima for a couple of years, and then the Cebu Lions. And then landed in Fukuoka, and that was where he sort of took off. And this guy here was a closer, and in 2017, for the SoftBank Hawks, he saved 54 games. And unfortunately for Serfaty, he didn't have a great year in 2018 by his standards. He had a win, and he only appeared in 6 regular season games. Our next player that we're going to focus on is Livan Moinello, a Cuban left-hander who was 5-1 for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks in 2018. He appeared in about 49, 50 games in that range for the SoftBank Hawks, and another foreign player who obviously was a major contributor to the team during that season. So this is Ito Maury, one of the Japanese stars. He was 26 years old in 2018, and he was predominantly used as a closer. He was 2-4 with a 2.79 ERA, and he was able to ratchet up a number of saves that year for the SoftBank Hawks, and he had 37 to his name. He's been with the Samurai Japan team, which is their version of the national team for some of the tours the last couple of years, and was a major contributor in the Japan series as well. In fact, he saved 3 of their 4 victories. first hitter that we're going to look at is Alfredo De-Spawn, the 5'7", yes, 5'7", 210-pound outfielder. Has spent a number of years in Japan, and certainly in 2018 he was a major contributor in terms of power. He hit 29 homers and drove in 74 runs that year. Not a great batting average, but certainly a lot of juice in the bat for Alfredo. And he had some clutch hits and came up big in the 2018 Japan series, including a couple of home runs during the series. But this is Alfredo De-Spawn from Cuba. The Fukuoka outfield was pretty stacked, and with De-Spawn in comes Seiji Uebayashi. And Uebayashi in 2018 was 22 years old and hit 270 and had himself 22 homers and 62 runs batted in. Had over 600 plate appearances and a major contributor throughout the season to the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks' success. And as you can see on the back of the card, again, the photo of the player and, of course, all the particulars if you're interested in looking further. And so that is Seiji Uebayashi. Our last player, positional player that we're going to look at is Yuki Geetha for Fukuoka, and Geetha was the probably the biggest offensive threat that Fukuoka had. At the time, he was 29 years old, and he led the league in batting average, in on base percentage, and also in slugging percentage. And he was obviously he batted 289, hit 36 homers. Sorry, batted 352, hit 36 homers and drove in 102 runs. But he also has some wheels. He stole 21 bases as well. And so with Geetha, Uebayashi, and De-Spawn, that was a pretty strong outfield that Fukuoka was able to put forward in the Japan series. So there you have it. There is our third outfielder and arguably the best season, Yuki Geetha. Just want to flip through the rest of the cards that I have here, and I can't give you a whole lot of insight on some of these players, but what I do want to look at is the pictures, and a lot of the stuff is pretty consistent. The hitters are usually hitting, and the pitchers are usually throwing. And there's Shota Takeda. You've got Seiji Tanaka, Tadashi Setsu, and I apologize if I'm messing up these names. And there's another one of the same player, Hiroki Takeya, Takuya Kai. There's Saichi Uchikawa, looks like he hit a home run. Kenji Akashi, Yuya Hasegawa, Tomoaki Igawa, and then we've got a couple of rookie cards, Haruto Yoshimuzi and Fumaro Tara. And there you have it, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 2018 Japan Series champions. Well, if you liked the video, please feel free to hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Thanks again for watching another Last Raps Baseball video production. Have a great day, everybody.